If you've been zoning out lately, getting things done, ticking things off the list, but not really feeling in the present moment, there's a reason for this. If you've been finding yourself ticking things off and not feeling satisfied afterwards, or if you've been in expected joyful moments, for example, and it just feels like you feel muted in the moment, not fully present, or say if you're in a social situation, you just feel like you're a little bit removed from it, a little bit distant. If that's the case, then this video is for you. You're in the right place. You're not wrong in being this way. Your nervous system is doing exactly what it's designed to do, and that is protect you. And this is what we're going to explore here today. We're going to explore why this disconnection happens and how we can reconnect. So one of my most common lived experiences of this is the list, ticking the list off, getting the jobs done, but not really celebrating the accomplishment that I've completed the tasks and I'm immediately on to the next one. Now, outwardly, this appears great, right? It looks like I'm productive, I'm getting things done. However, by not feeling joy, of just like a fleeting sense of accomplishment, that little spark, this is a clue or an indicator that there's a suppressed emotion here. And it's the same for the other examples in the social situations where you're feeling distant or just feeling flat in the moments where you'd imagine yourself celebrating or feeling a bit joyful. That flatness, or however, maybe like a sense of fogginess, is what we're going to really get into. So let's work with the idea of a house and the electrical wiring here to understand our nervous system for a moment. So say you've got your house full of electrical wiring and it keeps everything ticking over. When there's an overload of a particular something or other in the house, for the majority of the time, the whole system doesn't shut down. It just switches off one circuit. You have to go to the circuit box and re-switch it back on. But if you haven't dealt with whatever's overloading it, it'll trip again. And what we're talking about here is those emotions, those suppressed emotions, they're building the allostatic load in the body, or it's building or up to the point where it's maybe going to have to, for its own safety, switch off or dim that particular circuit connection. And then great, outwardly, the house is still functioning for the most part, apart from that one circuit. So relating that back to us in our human experience, we're like, right, okay, I can still get on with my task, even though there's one aspect there that's been dimmed down for protection. And like the wiring in the house, for the most part, it's intelligent, right? It's clever the way it's doing this. It's protecting the overall electrical system of the house, or our nervous system is protecting us so we can function and carry on. It's clever by design. But by having that aspect switched off, we're maybe not able to tap into things like excitement, joy, connection. We're just having that sort of dulled or foggy sensation, or whatever it is, however this presents for you. Very interested to know in the comments. Please do share how this feels. Trying to find like a descriptive word for this. It's quite abstract, isn't it? So why is this happening? At some point, a particular emotion has been labelled as too big to deal with. It might not be related to the task we're doing. What our body has cleverly done for protection is filed it away. It's too big to deal with right now. So it's been boxed away, if you will, hidden away for safety. But the problem is, we start looking for predictive patterns. Our body is all, our perception's always looking for predictive patterns. And as soon as we maybe see one of those, it trips a little alarm set to these tucked away emotions. Let's just imagine it as, I'm thinking of like a Pink Panther movie or something. So say you're going into like a museum, there's the treasure or whatever, you've got the alarm system all around it, it's boxed in safe there. Okay, there's the emotion that we tucked away. So if we go with, there's the emotion in the box, and you've got the sensors all around, the ones with the lasers, right? The lasers could be past memories and the predictive patterns that our brain is hardwired to notice in our day-to-day life. And so if we edge into something, it might, in our day-to-day, and it's too much, sets off the alarm, it's too dangerous, and we retreat. And cleverly, what our body has done has dimmed down our overall perception, and we're carrying on, and we're not even edging in to this bigger emotion. However, if we want to get to this place where there's joy, etc., more easily accessible, and we're not feeling flat, we need to get there. We need to reach that emotion. So how do we do that? We do it through a thing called titration, and that means we gently edge into those feelings. Like I say, they've been set up as an alarm system all around that suppressed emotion that we've stashed away for our safety. So we don't want to just go charging through. We'll be setting off all the alarms and, it'll just, implode on us. So what we do, I'm imagining the music now, we edge in a little, we feel a little, and we see what comes up. And then we might be retreat a little, we resource, we do something comforting. And we do this ever so gradually. And you can imagine you're ducking and diving underneath, or figuring out, engaging and taking your time, pausing at certain points before you make the next move or feel the next bit. You're gently edging into that emotion. You're getting closer and closer, feeling it a bit, unraveling the layers. By the time you've reached that box, the integration has already begun. And when I say integration, it means things like those predictive patterns and those past stories have started upgrading. Or in terms of if you're with me still, so bear with me in my analogy, you imagine all the lasers, they're fading. They're fading anyway. They're less and less visible by the time you've reached the emotion, because you've done this as a gradual process. And there you are in whatever was related to that particular emotion. In this instance, in our day-to-day life, it means that we're better able to feel into joy. And also our perception widens. We see more opportunities for joy rather than those predictive patterns. I mean, the positives from this are just endless. But the key takeaway I want you to have from this is to understand that we need to do this very gently, with lots and lots of care. We don't want to be triggering the amygdala, the full alarm system going off on alert. We may be a little bit testing, maybe just about to touch, feeling those feelings, but maybe just retreating a little. As long as we're edging in slowly, or assessing, reflecting, or having that introspective moment, we're getting there, right? And so it's that gentle approach. And how you go about doing this might be simple things like listening to a bit of music or watching a particular movie that might help you feel into these feelings a little bit. I mean, that's one of the ways these emotions will find their own way out anyway. You can have an outburst, or you can respond unexpectedly sometimes to these emotional triggers when we've suppressed them. But also it can be used, these things like music and TV and so on, but movies, as a bit of a comfort and a way to explore feelings as we edge in. If you'd like to go a little bit further, I've got a simple 20-minute guided meditation, and it's very gentle breath work as well, called Safe to Feel, just to edge into those feelings a little bit more if that's something you'd like to explore. And if it's less a case of feeling foggy rather than for you're feeling really busy, that's to the point when you stop and slow down, you can't even relax, maybe check out this video next, where we explore how you can come out of that sort of hyper-aroused state. So it's been absolutely wonderful to have you here. Please, let's just get into this conversation. If there's anything you'd like to add, any of your personal experiences of this, or any additional ones that I've not mentioned, other examples, let's just open this conversation up. It'd be great to hear from you. And if there's anything in particular that I spoke about that you'd like to explore a little bit further, and maybe in future videos, do let me know. It's been great to have you here. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.